welcome back. Today is Monday, April 14th, and this is episode 88 of NooBTooB, your weekly independent gardening podcast, where we're very excited because this week we got a new technique for getting lots of nitrogen in your mulch. Since there's no good games coming out this month, we've decided to move on to a new topic, gardening.
That's right, Farmer Tobin. Do you know that mulching gives you very good tomatoes?
Woo-wee, darn tootin' it does! Too bad we had to give up NooBTooB, though.
Yeah, but we get to talk about trowels, irrigation, and fertilizer. I can't forget about the manure. Man, you know I can't do this, man. It's just like, I love gardening, but...
Oh. Yeah, NooBTooB for life.
NooBTooB for life.
Games are nothing.
But what were we talking about this week?
All right, I am Farmer Tobin. This week we'll be talking about some shitty import DS games, Dark Messiah of Might and Magic on the 360, Mr. Driller Online, and a little web game called Cursor Times 10.
New releases include Okami on the Wii.
Oh, whoa. Holy shit, a good game?
That's right. We also have Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. Jack Keane on the PC and Rondo of Swords.
As always, we'll have site news, culture, and community sections, but let's get started with some shitty softcore porn DS games.
Yeah, boom chicka bow. Woo, ding.
So in honor of our Japanese brethren
and Japanese video games,
we've got Sapporo.
Premium beer, ding. Oh. You got a pretty good deal on this stuff, didn't you?
I did. I love cheap Japanese beer.
That's right. Oh, so
cheap Japanese women.
And cheap, shitty Japanese video games.
Japanese video games.
Oh yeah. So the first game, there's two games that we said we've been threatening to review these games for some time now.
Yes.
There are two games, both in two different. Man, your garden shit is fucking dirty. Man.
I use it. I garden, son.
Whatever. I haven't seen any freaking strawberries yet.
I got maters.
Yeah, maters. So we were threatening to do Doki Doki Majo Shinpan, which is the witch touching game.
Yeah.
And the other one, which is Dual Love, Koisuru Otome wa Shouri no Joshin.
Yeah.
Which loosely translated is touching boys. Is that right?
Yaoi is fun.
Yaoi is fun.
So we had a buddy who imports games who was very nice enough to give us these games, so we tried them.
Yeah, because there's no way in hell I'm paying for this game.
Import prices on these games are not cheap.
And not worth it in this case. So the first one is Doki Doki Majo Shinpan, which... so my understanding is like it's for people that want to, or rather, the idea behind this game is you're touching girls to find out if they're witches.
In theory, that is the idea, which is a pretty shady idea to begin with.
You'd think, like, now if you're going to be playing this game, this is the reason why you're going to be playing this game.
Exactly. We're just like, oh, cool. You know, we can talk about this, touching girls, finding out if they're witches.
But no.
Not at all.
Well, you could. At some point, is my understanding.
Theory. So, okay, to take it back one step, also, both these games are only in Japanese.
Yeah, and there's a hell of a lot of text.
And you and I don't read Japanese.
Well, you read some.
I can read some. I can tell you that's like she, but it's not like I can't just...
You can't string them together.
I can just, and there's a lot of kanji in there. So what happens is the game comes up and it's very talkity, and I'm just like skipping it. I'm like, oh, cool, there's got to be a game in here.
Somewhere. You'd think.
So then finally, there's a table with like a thing of flowers and a cup of coffee.
Yeah?
And that's it. That's the whole room. And I just like, I go to touch something, and then like this little thing pops up. It's like,
yeah.
Touch something else. It's like,
yeah.
It's like, I
haven't figured it out either.
Pick up the flowers, and then it finally like let me pick up the flowers. And
Did you have an inventory or something like that? I didn't even get that far.
I don't know. I was trying to get to the
20 get to the touching, but I couldn't get the inventory. I was walking around. I was traveling to all these different areas of the school, seeing cheerleaders.
Yep.
Not touching them.
Yeah. I went into classrooms. There'd be like this weird little fat bastard with these tiny little stubby
wings. Like a cherub of some sort.
Something like a Pokemon cherub.
Yeah.
And he's like,
it's like, go, he's telling you to...
I was like, are you telling me where the girls are that I can touch? Because otherwise, you need to shut the fuck up right now.
Yeah, you'd think.
And it's just like, I played and played. I mean, so you and I were online when we were trying these out with each other. We're kind of talking back and forth. I'm like, did you find a game?
Yeah, because I was looking around for everywhere, and I was assuming at some point they would show you the girl, and you'd be able to, like, I don't know, touch their shoulder or something like that, and basically, determine whether they're a witch. But at some point, there was never that thing, and I think if we could read Japanese, maybe it'd be better. But if you can't, like, you're not going to be able to find any of the anything.
Is Doki Doki Gunt in Japanese?
Probably.
Yeah, so it's like Gunt Magic.
Gunt Rubber
2000.
So I don't really want to talk, because we couldn't find it, and that's the annoying part of this game, because we wanted to at least chat about how stupid it was or something. Yeah.
So then the next game...
Oh, man.
We don't understand Japanese games. Like, we see Final Fantasy, we see these other games, I'm like, Japanese games were fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
absolutely.
There's swords and fucking unicorns and worlds exploding, dragons and
lots
shit.
of text occasionally.
Yeah, man, you get these actual Japanese import games, and they are just... I think that it's like people sitting on the subway. Mm-hmm. It's like almost like reading a book.
Well, that's what it is. Because this entire game is just like... I was going, okay, at some point they're going to have a mini game. At some point they're going to be a point where you touch boys, because I think that's the whole thing. And I'm looking forward to this.
You're geeked for it. You're just
I want to figure out what
this game... just touch some boys.
But at some point I'm like, okay, I'm gonna click through next. There's so much freaking dialogue, and then a new scene, dialogue. 15 minutes goes by.
I know.
And then you get the first minigame.
So what's the first minigame?
So my understanding is, like, you're a girl. You're playing from the point of perspective of a girl. So it's not as creepy potentially as you'd think, right? Unless you're
except that you're playing as the girl. That's a little creepy.
That's a little creepy. But the whole point is you're at a school and there's a underground fight club.
Okay.
Which is actually a really cool concept. Yeah. If you could fight.
Right.
But you're not. Your whole point is you're trying to get these boys, and when they're done fighting, you heal them. Or you don't really heal them, you administer to them. So, my understanding is it's almost like training for Asian massage parlors.
Wow.
Is my understanding. Because they show the body, and they show the upper body, and it's all like torso, and they're all freaking skinny as hell, right?
And they're hairless, I'm sure.
And they're absolutely hairless, right? Because you have to be...
Japanese people don't have hair, apparently. Oh, shit!
They do. They do. Like, if you're manly.
The myth is debunked.
Yes, if you have a little bit of testosterone in your system, you have a little bit of hair.
Yeah. But sadly, apparently I'm a Japanese
Either
boy.
that or you wax.
The world will never know.
The world will never know. But so enough about moobs, even though we keep on bringing them back. But
moobs.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The idea behind this game is you go, and it's just like Trauma Center.
Yeah.
So you see the upper torso, and then there's some red dots where you have this little ice thing of ice, and you put it on there, and then he modes. Oh, God. It's so bad. And then you go down, and it skips that area, because girls obviously aren't interested in that area.
You don't want to ice that area anyway. That's not a good plan.
That's not the plan. No. But and then you do that, and then that was the game, and I'm like, okay, well, that was the game, and I can understand the whole thing. But then I let it go.
Yeah.
Play for an hour. So nothing.
You don't even have to click through the dialogue. They know that the dialogue's so boring and long and tedious. There's an auto button.
Yeah.
You just push auto, and it's just like...
So you can sit like this.
And it's just like... And we're not... This is not hyperbole. This is not like, I left it on for 45 minutes. Yuzo left it on for fucking 45
minutes. I would just go, and I was setting up a computer, and I just set it there. I'm like, okay, fix the computer. Oh, they're still talking. Oh, they're still talking.
Yeah.
And I told you, hey, Tobin, I know you hate hitting next.
But try the minigame.
Try the minigame and, like, just set it on auto. Did you even fucking get to the minigame?
I put it on auto, and I was like watching TV and like doing some other shit, and I think that it got to the minigame and it realized I wasn't paying attention. It just skipped it and went back to the dialogue. Because I looked down 15 minutes later. I thought that it would stop when it got to minigame. I could try it. And I looked down and it was still talking, and I was like, where's this fucking minigame? You're like, oh, it's 5 minutes in. I was like, fuck! So apparently it's a game where the game is optional.
Well, sort of, yeah.
It's a book with the game thrown in that you can skip. You're just like, I don't really want to play a game. I just like to read a bunch of boring bullshit with hairless, blue-headed, hot Asian boys.
And the thing is, like, my understanding behind this whole game is it's marketed toward women, but do women not like playing games?
Apparently.
Because there's no gameplay here. The gameplay...
It's like a romance novel, right? It's just like, maybe that's the equivalent.
Maybe.
I don't know.
There's no Fabio.
I don't know.
I don't know. It just made me feel bad for the fact that if this is actually marketed toward women gamers and they like it, they're like
they're missing out.
They're missing out.
They're not.
You know what I
playing
mean?
Games. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's like the whole genre of the dating sim in Japanese stuff.
It's so terrible.
It's just a dialogue simulator. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, do you think they'll ever like get popular here? Because I've seen at least 2 or 3. There was that really shitty one I played, Brooktown High. I don't think it did very well.
I think that the American attention span is so short that this shit will never catch on. Because I mean, like you and I are more patient in terms of.
What?
Well, I'm just okay. Sorry, we're more willing to try different things.
Absolutely.
Than many people would just be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, the standard, whatever.
But
gamer out there.
Crap. So, I mean, we're not going to... If you guys can find games that you will vouch for... But I mean, like, we're just like, this would be hilarious on NooBTooB. We'll play a boy-touching game. We'll play a witch game.
It was boring.
They're just all dialogue. There's nothing there.
If it was like there was a tutorial screen which showed you how, and and it's not something like I want. It's like, obviously, we don't want to touch points. We want to see what the whole point is about.
I don't want to. I can't vouch for you.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole point is like the whole point of these games is dialogue trees and so on and so forth. Remember that other one, Idolmaster?
Yes.
It's like, it was so bad. This was an arcade coin-op game.
Yeah.
A fucking arcade coin-op game. And half the game is dialogue trees.
Just, you're putting a quarter... Can you imagine if they had that in American arcades, that you put in money to play, like, Cop Train or whatever, and it was just like, hey, Billy, did you try the new 4015 gun? Just like, I had a bad night. Just like, there's like, whip, whip, whip. Let me tell you about my life.
Coming out.
God.
Oh, God, okay. So this gameplay, it's terrible. We will not move on, or we move on, because it's bad.
To another awesome game.
Oh, an amazing game.
Yeah, so
did you try the demo?
I tried the demo on PC.
On the PC. Okay, so they've changed this game around. This is Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, Elements.
Yes.
Because they had Dark Messiah of Might and Magic on the PC, and it was kind of a similar game, but they had mouse. So my understanding is they've changed the game a bit so that it works better with controls.
Okay.
And this is probably an FPS-style game out of 98.
That is what it felt like on PC. So Dark Messiah Might and Magic on the PC felt like somebody had taken like the Unreal Tournament 2001 engine, and just made this thing where it's like you're supposed to have game elements where you can push like traps into people, like walls with nails on them and shit,
stuff.
and it just doesn't move right. It just feels like a student project.
And that's my big problem with it, because I'm walking and there's this weird loping gate, right? And I'm like, oh, this feels old.
They got rid of that. So that used to be a big thing. No, I'm saying like back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
All the FPSs you'd play, you'd be fighting against people, whatever, and if you run it, you'd be bobbing a little bit.
You'd get a little sick.
You would. You'd get a little bothered by it, and they finally got rid of it. Like if you play FPSs now, there's none of that.
There's a few. Well, there's a couple. Remember, I think it was a Dark Sector. There's a couple of other ones where I think when you landed, it would show your viewpoint. You look down, but not while you're running, not while you're actually doing stuff.
This.
No, you're not doing that. And the other problem with the entire game starts out like you're like an apprentice, and you have this master wizard, and he's an embodied voice, and you go through all sorts of things. But they try to make a lot of physics-based elements where like you're pushing people, you're kicking people, you're picking up barrels, you're throwing stuff, but it just felt really janky. You know what I mean? The physics engine wasn't that good. You throw it kind of bounce, and like that. Real world shit doesn't work like that,
And they've got good engines now. Like you could just go buy a really good engine right now.
Havoc?
Yeah.
And anything. Grab the one from
Half-Life 2.
Yeah, that uses Havoc engine.
Yeah.
No, actually, it uses its own engine, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have all this stuff, and I don't understand, because I think they kind of grab like the B team for this sort of thing, and they say, okay, look, you're really good, you're awesome at making these turn-based strategy games of Might and Magic. Go make an FPS.
They're like, but we could do another Might and Magic turn-based.
No.
They're like, no, seriously, we could make you a lot of money. They're like, we're kind of over money.
Yeah.
We're not so much interested in that. Why don't you get out there and make an FPS? Because people are all about the Call of Duty and the Halo.
The Halos. And they failed. I think it's really sad, because I can see where they spent a lot of money on this game.
Yeah.
And it's ass. It's the assiest ass FPS game I've played in a long time.
Is it a metric ton of ass juice?
It is probably 2.
Wow.
I have not played a game this bad in a long time. Like just the annoying thing, like in the very first intro, you pick up something and you let go, and there'd be a fucking arrow shot sound every time you do it.
What? Like if you drop like a box and go,
it's like, and I'm like, what?
That's so silly. And then it's like those old sitcoms when it's just like, like anything that somebody does something, it's like, whoop.
Yeah, and not only that. Actually, that would have been a nice improvement for the game. But the other part where it's like, I was walking to, you have to go objective, go talk to this lady. I'll go and I walk up to the lady and it says, your mission has failed.
What?
Just randomly. And I'm like, she's right there.
You see the developers like, we don't want to be working on this game, so fuck you.
Fuck them. So yeah, it's buggy, it's terrible, it's like there's nothing redeeming about this game. 2 thumbs down.
Yeah. And I didn't even bother playing it because the one on the PC was so bad.
Ooh, I don't even know if there's a demo on 360 for it. Is there?
Oh, you rented it?
Yeah, I rented it because there's nothing else.
No, I didn't see the demo on 360. I would have tried it if I'd seen the demo. Speaking of demos on 360, though.
Yeah, what's this?
So, Mr. Driller Online.
Ooh, I played this one.
Yeah. So, it's a demo of...
It's a trial game.
trial game of like.
Is it an old arcade game or is it an old? I don't know.
It's like Dig Dug and Match 3. You know, like one of those. You know, like one of those things that when they make you. They call that genre Match 3, don't they? When you.
Well, there's different styles of it. Yeah, but you're not really matching anything in this game. You're drilling particular colors
to make them fall.
Yeah, but then you're trying to not get squished.
Yeah.
And the whole point is like you're finding a path to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And you're picking up air because you run out of air really fast.
Yeah. Like Dig Dug. Well, no, Dig Dug didn't have air.
No, Dig Dug didn't have air. So
it's not like any...
It's like Mr. Do when the apple falls on you, or Dig Dug when the rock falls on you, except the rock is the entire level.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like one of those things where you're like trying to line up. You're like, oh, I'm going to get some points. I'm going to drop this big green thing. And you like go to drop it, and it's like, oh, beep, you get a bunch of points. Yeah. And then, like a boulder from out of nowhere just comes and squishes your guy, and it's like, game over. Fuck you.
Did you enjoy it?
Fuck no. This game is terrible.
Apparently, this game has a big following. I don't know where. It must be a UK game, maybe? Because I think a few UK people are like, yeah, this game's awesome, but this version sucks because the online doesn't work.
Well, that's because all the good games aren't getting to the UK until 2012.
That must be it.
They're like, man, next year Half-Life 1's going to come out. We're going to play the shit out of that game.
Dude, when's Rock Band coming out in the UK?
Not for a long time.
Not for a while.
But the UK motherfuckers get...
Oh, yeah?
Why are you guys playing Mario Kart?
What's up with that?
How is that fair?
I don't think it's fair.
You know what it is? So it is they made the first Mario Kart, and you can only drive on the left side of the road.
Oh, that's right, because
they have
Japan.
To rewrite.
Yes.
They have to port it to the U.S. where you drive on the right side of the road.
And Australia, I think Australia drives on the right-hand side, too, so they're probably
Australians drive wherever the fuck they want, I think.
Yeah,
they just
much.
got,
they
like,
knives
out. Yeah, they're just like, oi! Just out there just doing whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly. But Mr. Drill Online, I don't see where the fun is, really. Maybe the fun's somewhere. I couldn't find it. I was digging. I was drilling.
I was too. It's just not.
We did not hit the mother load.
Oh, there was. Man. God damn it. But there was a bright side to our story this week.
What's that?
So we played a bunch of commercial games.
4 of them.
4 commercial games that were terrible. And then somebody, I believe it was Scarlet is Red, maybe. I wish I could remember because now I'm going to feel bad if I'm not right. But somebody commented on the YouTube forums. They said, hey, we know you guys are lacking on games. Yeah. Have you tried Cursor times 10?
Yeah.
And it's Cursor multiplication sign 10.
Yes. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have a link to it.
We'll have a link to it. So this is cool as shit.
I have not played a game anything remotely like this ever.
No, it's totally new. So it's kind of like... many worlds, quantum, like...
and cloning.
It's
like... No, you know what it's like? It's like... Oh, what the fuck is that one time travel movie? Where they kept on... There's a few of them, right? But there was
Groundhog Day?
Groundhog Day, yes. But except you can see each other. No.
No, it's not like that.
No, but yeah, it's like...
I know what you're talking about. I remember that.
Which one was it?
I don't remember.
But yeah, so... The Time Pirates? Was that the one where they could see each other and they did... No.
Fuck. No.
Okay, anyhow.
Something. Anyway.
So the concept of this is you have 10 mouse cursors.
Yes.
And you're going through a puzzle-based world where you're trying to go up.
Yes,
is my understanding.
To level 16.
Level 16.
So and each cursor has, I think about
a minute.
About a minute to live. So what happens is your first cursor, you go and there's some steps. You go up the steps. You go whatever. You open a box.
Some boxes, which one of them has the steps.
Right, and then finally you run out of time.
Yeah.
Or no, actually, what usually happens is you get to this thing where there's a button, you hold it down, the stairs show up, and then you let go of the button, the stairs go away. You're like,
you're stuck.
What the fuck? And then the turn ends.
And then your next mouse, you go, and then you see your other mouse.
You see your other mouse.
So you're going like, oh, well, I already know which box has it.
So
I already
click on this box.
Click on go. And you get to the point where it's just like, holy crap, I can't go up because I need to hold down the button.
Yeah.
But then you wait for your other mouse cursor.
Your other mouse cursor comes up and touches the button, and you're like, oh shit, boom, go up the stairs.
And then you click.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't get very far because I only played for like a few minutes, but like, I think there's a point where you have to hold down multiple buttons.
Yes. So I went back and I beat it.
Oh shit, really?
I beat it, and it's awesome because the thing is to get... Well,
Yeah, don't give it away.
I'm not going to give it away because the thing is half the fun is figuring it out. So if I explain the whole thing... But the point is you're holding down triggers, but the genius of this game is that every time you play through it, there's more of you. There's more of you just like
there's
buzzing
10 of
around.
You or 9 other of you by the last cursor.
Yeah,
right?
so you get to like the 4th or 5th or 6th cursor, and all of a sudden there's this swarm of you going around, you're dicking around, clicking on stuff, and you're like, oh, I remember that was the time that I fucked up and I didn't hold this down. And what you realize is that you always want to be doing something. You're never sitting and waiting. If you're waiting, you should be holding down the button. Because the next time you show up...
It's just like, I wish the me before this actually held it down. And that's what I love about this game. This game basically takes the idea of gameplay and say, okay, I always want to optimize, I always want to improve, and then condenses it down to this like 10-minute experience, basically. And it's genius.
And you're helping yourself. That's the coolest thing about it. Is like
it's co-op with yourself.
Co-op with yourself. You're just like,
you're playing with yourself.
Good
that's
job.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. We love games where you get to play with yourself.
That's right.
But it's like, you're like, good job, me. Hold down that button, me.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just I keep on thinking every time you talk about that, I keep on thinking of fucking Clone Bone.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Bone. It's like I'm gonna go back in time and just fuck myself.
It's terrible.
So
no, yeah, I like it a lot.
Free Flash game is the best game we played this week.
That's sad.
I seriously, like, it doesn't... I mean, like, it probably, if dicking around with it, it'll take you, like, half an hour to beat it. Because you'll go through the first time, you're going to fail. You're just going to fail.
Yeah.
But, you know, you go back through again, you're probably going to beat it maybe the second or third time. But
it's like maybe 45 minutes.
It's a free Flash game that's great. And these other games are anus.
It doesn't... like, one guy can make a game that gives me 45 minutes of entertainment, yet entire teams basically make me suffer.
And they work for years. They work for years on this garbage.
And you know what things? It's like, I don't think people spend enough time on making the game fun. Mm-hmm. They make it look good. They make it sound good. They check all the boxes saying multiplayer, this.
Exactly.
But they don't spend the time. They say, okay, let's tune, because only a few companies are really good at it, right? Yeah. Nintendo.
Yeah.
Polished. Every single time, just about. Yeah. Polished as fuck. Valve.
Valve is, unstoppable.
Blizzard,
yeah.
But when you
Square
do it,
Enix,
man, you just fucking make money.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't...
And you can tell, right? When you sit down to a game, you can tell if the people really kind of made, like, they focus on the fun. Like, the first time you do something that's grindy or pointless or stupid, you're like, you didn't play this, did you?
No.
You put this in because you needed to say that this game is 40 hours long.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like, like, I see what you're doing, because the good games, if it's an 8-hour game, they're like, fuck it. You had 8 hours of fun. Fucking Portal 3
absolutely.
hours.
Yeah.
It's some of the best 3 hours I've ever spent in a game in my life.
So how do you think the game industry can change to actually have this as part of the formula to make people make games?
I don't know. It's got to be that
because it's rare.
I know. We got to reward the ones that do it. We really just, I mean, the market just has to level it out somehow.
But the market is willing to buy games like 50 Cent 2 and and these games where they spend all the time fucking putting raps.
Fiddy versus Saddam.
Saddam. On the fucking how you rap during the rat-tat-tat, you know? It's like that's what we want to fix.
We do want to fix it, and hopefully maybe somebody that's watching this show now grows up to be a game developer.
Yeah.
And he's like, Tobin and Yuzo said, make it fun.
Yes, gameplay is king.
Yes. So those are the games we've been playing. The only good one is Cursor Times 10. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Big thumbs up.
Free Flash game.
I can't believe it, dude. 4 games. This week was depressing.
This week was depressing.
But next week is looking a lot better.
The first one up is the one I'm most excited about.
Really? Because you've already played this game.
I have, but I love... So, Okami...
Yes, on the Wii.
On the Wii. Brilliant game on the PS2.
Oh, wow.
But the
really
whole
good.
thing was with brushstrokes. You'd have these... Well, not the whole thing. There's a lot of stuff in the game. But
it's a Zelda clone, basically.
Yeah,
it does Zelda better than I think Zelda
But
does.
you had to do brushstrokes with your thumb.
Yeah.
And how about now, man? When you just you get to do the brushstrokes. I bet they're going to do some clever
But do you think they've
shit.
added stuff to the game where you do more of that? Because really, the brushstrokes were very minimal.
I know.
Right? You only get to a point you're like, oh, let me go into brushstroke mode. You hit the button, you go, whoosh, you draw a bomb. Right?
Hopefully, maybe they said, okay, we've got depending on the skill, if they kicked it to the C team or if the A team went back.
They did, because Capcom didn't do it. Capcom got an American company to port it for them. I was reading the article about it.
It's gonna be like Bully. It's
yeah.
like throw it over the wall.
But Bully looked good at least, right?
It did.
So
well,
I
looked good when it wasn't stuttering and failing and freezing.
Did you ever go back to it yet?
No, I told you I went back and I played it. And I got so mad that the audio was so stuttery that they patched it and the patch was shitty. Like it wasn't freezing as much, but you'd every time you switched to a level, it'd be like and then like the audio with the vocals would stutter, the music.
So
would
it just
stutter.
like killed the game for you.
It just you didn't feel like you were playing quality. You got to play that polish when it's just like boom. This is this feels good.
So you're gonna wait for patch 2. Or are you going to sell it?
I'll probably... I don't know. We'll see. They kind of fucked the pooch. Like, they had 2 chances with me.
Well, I don't think Okami hopefully is going to... Because I will never say this company will do bad, because I don't remember what other stuff they've done. But Okami, as a game itself, it is solid, right? It is a good Zelda clone. They do the Zelda mechanics really well. You're a god, wolf god of some sort. You're going solving puzzles.
And they do the same thing that we like a lot with God of War, where they're always opening it up like every couple hours or hours, so you get a new spell, new ability. Which
is very Metroidvania at that point, where you're opening new things. And the thing is, like, I put 15, 20 hours in it. I don't think I got I think I got a quarter of the way in.
Wow.
It's a long game.
Yeah, it's a very long game.
Like, how far did you get? Did you get, like, I think you got the second or third thing, right? Whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember. But I'm going to go back and play it this week. We'll talk about it next week.
Yes.
We are both big fans of this game.
Yes, we are big fans of the
Speaking of games I could give a shit about.
It looks really good. Gran Turismo 5 Prologue on the PS3. So this isn't Gran Turismo 5. It's not.
It's just a prologue.
It's just a prologue. So they did this with the previous GTA, Gran Turismo, I think, where they just kind of released a few maps. I don't know all the technical details about it, but I played the demo, and it looks really good.
Yeah? Since when do they do teaser shit for games? Like, they're charging people for this.
I know.
It's not free. They're just like, we'll charge you full price later, but, you know.
I don't know if it's $60. It better not be. Hopefully it'll be 40 or something.
So what's the deal? So it's just a really pretty racing game?
It's a really pretty racing game. It is the king of the crop as far as any of these racing simulations
are
concerned.
Love it.
People love it. I've never been a big fan, but I'll give it a try if I can find it in Hollywood. If not, oh well. But I have Dark Messiah right now, so I need to get it out of my hands.
There you go. So you can return that, find something that's not shitty.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to try it because fuck Gran Turismo.
Yeah. And if you are a big fan of Gran Turismo, and because you guys aren't going to like our review because I'll probably hate it, I already know in advance, review it in 60 seconds and tell everybody else why you love the game.
We love those 60-second reviews.
That's right.
Next up, interesting.
Yeah,
Jack Keane.
So have you heard about this at all?
A little bit.
So it's an adventure game on the PC. Yeah. So we thought this whole genre was dead. Well, they have Sam and Max, and that's it.
Yeah?
For the most part.
And Sam and Max is not very good.
No, it's not. But this is done by a company that specializes in adventure games on the PC. They did Onk. Remember that before?
I've heard of it.
I think it was on GameTap. I'm not sure. But it's an adventure game. I think it's also with Disney in some aspect of some sort. I don't remember all the details. But it is an adventure game on the PC. So I figure if you're really hurting and you love adventure games or the idea of that.
I like the idea of them. I would like, every time I think that something's dead, right? Like, we've talked shit. I was just like, you remember there was months in NooBTooB where we're just like, Tobin loved JRPGs and now he hates them. And then Persona comes out, and then Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core comes out.
Those two came out over the course of a year, though. You were hating on...
That's what I'm saying. Like, but every time I think a genre is dead, like maybe I'll play an adventure game and I'll be like, Yuzo, I'm back. Like, adventure games, like this is a good one. I'm back. Like this is, so we'll see. We'll try it out. All right,
it's cool. Yeah, I don't think I will, but there's not much else to play. So I keep on saying I want to try San Andreas. So maybe I'll try that this week.
That's right.
The last game is Rondo of Swords on the DS. This game is based on a really popular Japanese series from before, but I don't know much about this. Hopefully we'll throw up a video of what it looks like. We're going to give it a try. I hear there's a lot of history behind this. A lot of people saying, oh man, I'm totally going to get this game, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, I don't either. So we will try this out. Maybe one of us will grab a copy of it.
We'll swap off or something like that. They're pretty cheap. So
that's all for next week.
So Okami, basically?
Okami, basically. Jack Keane, maybe it'll be good. So I think maybe... Has this entire month been abandoned to GTA 4?
Pretty much.
That's impressive. Like, you are a behemoth if everyone's just like, fuck it. We're out. We're out of April.
Yeah, it's like, no. In June and May is actually really bad, too.
Because everything after GTA 4, they're like, no one's going to buy our game after because they're going to be home playing GTA 4.
The only company with balls to go up against Rockstar at this point? Nintendo.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, because the Wii Mario Kart audience and the GTA audience, a little overlap.
Yeah,
not a lot.
You can race cars in both.
Yeah, but you can't gank fucking Peach out of her thing.
Peach gives you a blowjob and then you kill her and take her money.
It just doesn't. Yeah, you can't.
Wow. That'd be so disturbing to have like GTA 4 elements in Mario Kart.
And Mario Kart, someday. Yeah, no, that's not. This is just gonna happen when the Mario FPS. Comes out.
Yes.
That'll be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That's it. Okay, so site news, we have a big announcement to make. Over the weekend, we hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. You guys rule.
That is fucking awesome. It's just our subscriber rate's just been kicking through the roof.
We hit 2,000 like in December.
Yeah.
So this is 4 months ago.
1,000 in 4 months. It's just like that. Whoop. So thank you guys for subscribing. We always appreciate all the rating and subscribing that you do.
Oh, yeah, big time. Especially
3,000.
Yeah, the junk is well worn, but
seriously.
Still got some legs.
You guys have worn my junk down to a little nub. like it's a pea nub. I'm just like, damn the nub. Actually, my fiance is like, damn the nub.
You just kind of have to just roll around.
Gone are the days that you could pleasure me.
Oh, too bad. But so thank you very much. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you're watching, go subscribe. The button's right over there.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
So Events. The forums have been going crazy. You guys seem to very much enjoy the speed. The forums is all, I'm saying like the forums. The forums are fast. Everyone's like, woo! I've been meaning to post this for a year.
Mm-hmm. It's just skyrocketing. And the thing is, like, one of our missions we try to do with the NooBTooB community is to connect passionate gamers. That's the goal. Like, we have the show, we do all of our stuff there, but the community is to get everybody together, playing together, and people have been doing it. Like, basically, users now are running their own events.
So awesome.
There's like a Halo tryout for a NooBTooB Halo clan.
Yep.
We have a couple of things we want to announce. There's an Xbox Live Arcade Texas Hold'em contest.
Nice.
It's on its 6th week.
Very cool.
Yeah, they're just going on every week, and there's a bunch of different stuff.
People submitted all the Smash videos to as video responses too. I watched those. That was fucking sweet. All the Smash videos.
Did you with a commentary?
The commentary is great. So that was very cool.
Yeah, so I love all this stuff. We have a couple of contests which we want to announce. There's a Paper or Walls contest from last week. Build your own desktop.
Oh.
Did I show you that one with all the episode?
Yes.
I think Apophis did that. He's like, it was really, really well done.
Very cool.
And the other one, of course, is the PAX T-shirt contest.
Yes. Very cool. So yes, and then have they actually done anything for the PAX Invasion T-shirt?
Yeah, there's a couple of them out right now.
Okay.
So once we get the winning design, that'll hopefully be the one that we'll have at PAX.
Yes.
That'll be good.
That'd be so sweet. Want everybody to show up. The
it's army. Like 50 people, just like.
It's gonna be
great. Awesome.
So has there been like a consistent winner in the Texas Hold'em thing like every week? Is somebody
it's
just
been
like
changing.
Fucking smacking people?
No, it's been changing a lot. That's why I think it's a little luck based more than strategy based. I don't know. I think people, not only that, since it's not real money, people are like all in.
Yeah.
It's just like fuck you.
There's always one dude who's just like all in. They're like, really?
Yeah, it's just like
you've seen 2 cards.
Yeah. That's basically me when I play. I'm out in like 2 seconds because I go like, fuck you guys.
You're just like hoping your bluff works. You're like, oh, you guys don't even know.
You don't know.
I have the best cards ever.
So there's that. There's also Sunflower 4000 is doing a movie night. So the idea behind this is that everybody's running Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And then you all start at the same time, and you go to vent, and then you have chat.
Oh.
So people are going to be like, run, Sarah, run.
That is cool. I like that. That's very cool. So it's like everybody kind of at the same... Yeah. It's like that thing that they've done where people actually go to a park, and then everybody will play the same MP3 and have a dance party. So it's like dead silent, but everybody's out there like moving along. Like, oh, God, I love that shit. So yes, that's cool. Is that like this weekend?
It's the 19th, I think. I have to double check on the forums. Okay. But go to the forums and go check it out and get involved. We do have a couple of events. NooBTooB Arcade number 23.
Yes. Mario Power Coins.
I don't know about that. I believe it involves Mario?
Yeah. So what happens here is that Mario collects coins that have power to them.
Oh, wait. Yeah. And you get a score.
Yes. And then Key Ran Solo is running the contest. Whoever has the highest score
puts a screenshot.
Yes. And puts up a screenshot that is not shooped.
Yeah.
We know who you are. And then the winner last week was Who is Pootie Tang?
Yeah, that was awesome.
He's won a couple of them.
Yeah.
I've seen his name before. Yeah. So that's very cool. So good job, Key Ran Solo. As always, these are games that are free every week. So if you don't have the money to buy a new game, you can go do the NooBTooB Arcade and play something against other NooBTubers.
Yeah, and if you're like us, where we have nothing to play, this is definitely something you should try. So.
Seriously.
Okay, we do have listener homework from Sunflower, Professor Sunflower. He has an interesting question about sandbox games.
Yes, he says, how do you play them? How do you play them? So I dick around a lot.
Really?
Yes. So I mean, like the 2 that I can think of that really come to mind is GTA 3 and Crackdown. Where I got to the point where, like in GTA 3, once I got the rocket launcher,
that's it. It's over. It's like you didn't care about the game.
I honestly really didn't. Because I would just like start shooting people, and then the cops would come, and I'd barricade myself in a building where I'd like hid a bunch of guns. Helicopters would be coming, and I'd be up there, and be like, no, just like knocking helicopters out of the sky. They're calling in SWAT teams,
Army
and just like
I
just remember like standing up on the corner of the roof and just watching like from all over the city, like woo woo, and I'm just like. Like
So basically, that game turned into how to get 5 stars as quick as possible.
Yes.
Okay.
And then just and the same thing with Crackdown, where I would just once you could jump up 50 feet in the air.
All you do is just do races.
I just whoop, like jumping over buildings, like boom, like the top of the roof explodes and bodies are flying everywhere.
How long does it last for you though? Once you hit that point,
more than it should, longer than
like
it
a day.
Because I play that for a while. Like, I can really get into that. Because, like, especially with Crackdown, where you can run faster and jump higher.
Yeah.
And, like, I even got to the point in Crackdown where I invited a couple of my buddies from the East Coast. Mm-hmm. We would go and we'd play together.
Yeah.
And we'd just basically be having rocket launchers fights. And we'd be running all over the city just talking shit and be like, ha ha! And there'd be like moments where you just hear, like, and like from across the city, the rocket it just came in and just blew you out of nowhere, and he's like flying by, like fuck you.
And then that's entertainment. That's sheer entertainment.
That is entertainment.
And I think that's what sandbox games are designed to do. They can let you do this, you can do that, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
The way I play these games is I'm a little more methodical about it. I'm like, okay, I have a mission. Oh, I have 3 missions. I must defeat them in this order to progress the story. Yada yada.
So do you ever dick around?
Not
or
really.
you pretty much just
I'm
going
like,
for the goals?
Yeah, I'm like, that's what makes my brain go, woo, what's going on? Like, fucking around and all that, it's kind of fun, but it's only, I guess it's more fun when there's other people. Yeah. Like, I'll fuck around when we're like, gotcha, bitch, that kind of stuff, but again, I wouldn't play that over and over and over and over again,
I can see
what
you're
I
saying,
mean? So, but that's
especially for you, because there's no winning of
there's
that,
no winning,
right?
yeah. It's like, okay, I got you. But
How do I get better
number
at killing cops and standing off the...
Yeah, it's like, I got 5 stars, but there's no 6th.
Yeah, that's true.
If there's an achievement to get 5 stars, I would totally do it, but then I would stop.
Yeah, after you got it.
Right? So, and the thing is, I think when I play these sorts of sandbox games, I think I'm not playing them right. Because when I do this sort of style, I get bored. Because at some point, I'll have like 2 or 3 different branching things I can be doing, and all of them are either too hard or too whatever. Or like especially the GTA where you get focused on the combat.
Yeah,
the combat sucks.
It was so bad.
It was really bad, and it got to a point where like 2 out of 3 of my missions were combat ones, and I just kept on trying them like 4 times. And I'm like, fuck this game. Then I stopped.
I had that problem. I had that problem with GTA 3 as well, where it's at first. Like, for the first long time, it's really cool because they're branching, and this one's too hard, so you go do this, and this one's too hard, and you go do this. And then finally you get to a point where they're almost all, like, run into this place with nearly impossible odds, run around with this poorly done, like, shooting thing where you can't really aim, so you're just, like, kind of, like, firing off into the distance, and they're all just, like, raping you.
Yeah, and if it was a question of the controls were good and I can actually get better at it, but when I'm fighting the controls and also doing the same thing, you've lost me as a gamer at that point. So each of the GTAs I play about halfway or quarter way or halfway through, and they get to that point, and I'm like, eh.
I gotta say, a couple times it's actually behooved me to be a dick around kind of player, because I've gone to these missions where I'd like run in the front door and they'd kill me, run in the front door and they'd kill me, and then I'd be like, fuck this shit, and I'd be like running around somewhere else, and like finally I'd realize there's like a back entrance to the hideout, or I'd jump over a fence and come in the middle and just like I remember there was one thing in Crackdown where there was a boss in the middle of this compound, and every time I tried to run in, I would like be stocking up ammo, and there'd be like guys coming and coming.
Blow up your car, you die.
And finally I'd like jumped over the whole goddamn building. He's like alone in the courtyard. I'm like, blam, bitch! It's just like you win. So
that kind of experimentation, I can totally
sometimes it can help.
See, I don't enjoy that. Like that doesn't give me any interest in the game. So I think I play them wrong.
Maybe.
I think you might play them. It's hard to
say.
Differently, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I play it right either.
Yeah. So,
but we'll see with GTA 4. They've had a lot of time to really kind of fine-tune the formula.
Yep. They say they fixed the combat, whatever that means.
That would be great.
They said that about GTA 3, though. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I forget. Did GTA 3 have any sort of auto-locking?
No. Saints Row was better.
They fixed the combat a lot because there was a lot of auto-locking.
Yeah. I finished Saints Row.
Yeah,
I did not finish any GTA. That's sad to me.
That's highly unusual.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because the combat didn't get in the way, and the driving was interesting. Mm-hmm. I like the Crackdown driving a little more. I'm hoping the driving in this one will be a lot better.
Yeah.
But the story, have you seen the previews?
Some of the videos for GTA 4?
Jesus. It looks like it's cinematic, cinematic done well.
It looks like it's a Scorsese film.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like. It's just like, it's got that scope.
Yeah. Which one, though? Scarface?
Well, I mean, it feels like...
Is it Scorsese? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess...
Casino.
Yeah, I guess more of
Gangs in New York.
The aggregation of what I think of as good Scorsese films, because everyone that I'm thinking of, exactly. It's like there's parts of Gangs in New York.
Because when people say Scorsese, they usually refer to like Scarface or like gangstery type films. And this one, I can't really say. I mean, it just feels deep. It feels rooted. It feels like it's actually going to be a story that I care about, because I don't care about stories that much. Yeah, really. More often than not, I really don't.
More often than not, I don't either. It depends. I mean, like it has to be really gripping. There's been a couple times that they've pulled me in, and it's almost like they pull me in by accident. Like you start off really light on the story, and then have it fill in later, as opposed to kind of like these exposition.
Where they hit you like all Japanese RPGs, where they fucking hit you over the head with like 20 minutes of exposition.
In fact, I don't want an introductory movie. I don't want a backstory. I want to be like boom, there you are.
Yeah, you want to see Nico step off the boat.
Yes.
And that's it.
That is the whole beginning.
And you get a phone call and says, Nico, meet me at X.
Yes. I'm hoping they do that. Because that's what you want, is you want to be like, you are that character. And it's just like, it's confusing until you start to get the pieces.
Yes.
And you don't want like some buddy like, welcome to the world of blah, blah, blah. Next to you is a knife. Pick up the knife and stab the little straw man. Good job.
Yeah, they probably have some sort of tutorial element, but I think they'll do a better job at it than other people.
It should just be like your first mission, then just like you show up and the guy's like, I'll give you $5 if you go steal me an apple. It's like,
well, steal me somebody's wallet or something like that. Yeah, a car. Here's how do you jack a car, and then you see a little tooltip which says press A to jack.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do a good job. I think I think that's one of the things that Japanese game developers actually have a really hard problem with.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem for them because the Japanese game playing populace actually like that kind of stuff. We don't.
Right. Culturally, they enjoy the chatty shit. I mean, like they just must have these huge calluses on their thumb, or just
fitting
like
next.
Just oh yeah, this story's fucking fantastic. Yes, I like to read.
That's it. We're just illiterate over here,
I want to read. I'm going to go fucking look at a webpage, man. I'm not playing games for that shit.
All right, so here, on to our voicemails. Each week we feature audio and video voicemails on the show. If you have a burning question, request, or a funny story, please send us a message.
And you can contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 or send us our audio or video files.
Video is good.
To feedback@NooBTooB.com. You can also send us video responses on YouTube.
Yes, video questions are preferred, but all questions must remain under a minute if you want to be featured on the show.
And don't forget the yow. Mm-hmm. And also use feedback@NooBTooB.com for everything. We'll get
please.
these people like, hey, I took some pictures for Street Team. Where do I send them? Feedback@NooBTooB.com. Like anything and everything. Pictures, links, funny stories, audio, video.
Oh, and if you do send something attached you want us to feature on the show for video-wise, also send the video source to feedback@NooBTooB.com, because we always have to ask people, because it's a pain in the ass to rip it from YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like us doing that. Every time I find a way to rip shit off YouTube, they block it.
Yeah, it's like a week later, right?
Yeah, every time. Every fucking time. So, first up is Gangster 2407.
Hey guys, it's Gangster 240213 from the UK. Just calling to say Mario Kart Wii is officially out in the UK, and it is amazing. Thumbs up, you guys are going to love it. Just a question, where's Brawl? That's right, it's 50 days away for Europe. They just changed the release dates again. Well, Michael's just to say, what would it be like to combine a game like the Wii Zapper and the Wii Wheel? To do a drive-by while I was driving one-handed, that'd be pretty cool. Also, maybe using the Wii Fit board as a pedal, using your balance and driving, doing a drive-by. We're just calling in to say that. Yo!
I say Nintendo should do it.
What if it was a two-player game, though? What if I was driving,
so
you're sitting there shooting people?
Oh, that would be really good.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
That could be kind of fun. Like, yeah, I could.
Because I think you
they
need
do
more
that already, right? Like in Halo and stuff, somebody's driving the Jeep, somebody's in the
but you don't have a wheel.
No.
You don't have an actual wheel.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing I would have a problem with doing that. I mean, if you have a wheel, then that's fine. But you're going like this. Mm-hmm. If you just have the Wiimote and you didn't buy the wheel, you're like this.
Yeah.
So
I have really not heard a good thing about the wheel yet.
Really?
Like, honestly, everything I'm hearing is just like, go use a controller.
The classic controller or the Wiimote?
No, like use a classic controller, like plug in plastic controller, or even plug in a GameCube controller. Because the classic controller is honestly a little janky. Like,
it is. I
don't like it that much. I prefer the other one.
I need to actually get a GameCube controller. I had a Wavebird, which I really liked, but then I sold it with my GameCube. Oh. And I don't know if they make them anymore.
Probably not. Actually, didn't they just announce that they're
only in Japan? So only in Japan, which the bastards, they are re-releasing. I think a white GameCube controller.
That's what it was. That
has an extra long cable.
Yes,
but not here. So we have to import it. Stupid.
They're re-releasing it for a reason.
Yeah, no, I like the idea. I think you should go tell Nintendo that you would like a drive-by style game using the Wii Wheel and the balance board.
I would play it. I would totally play it. I like the idea of the balance board as the speedometer, like the accelerator.
But how would you? So I guess if you lean to the right a lot, you go too fast? I mean,
I think he was saying like if you sit down, you could like use braking gas, but...
Oh, yeah, that might work.
Actually, I kind of like that though. Like,
maybe you turn it sideways and you like forward is going faster and then back is...
Maybe drive by on a skateboard and you're like, standing on it, you're like... Yeah.
No, on a snowboard.
Yes!
So SSX, Miami or something like that. With
50 Cent SSX. I like it. Oh, God, that'd be fucking hilarious. All right, so make that happen.
Make that happen, Nintendo. Shigeru.
Board by.
Board by. Okay, next up we have Red Expert 007.
Red Expert 007.
Hey Tobin, Yuzo, it's Red Expert here. I'm the new guy here, so I don't know much about you two, so I'll just throw my question at you. Square Enix is mad at making RPG games, so what do you think about Final Fantasy 13 and Versus 13? Oh, and what the hell is the difference? From Red, a big yow!
So Final Fantasy 13 versus Final Fantasy 13 versus
13. Versus 13
versus 13
Final Fantasy. So there's two Final Fantasy 13s and there's three.
There are three.
One of them's coming out for the cell phone.
A Jita or something like that.
We don't care.
Look it up. We don't care. It's going to be lame.
So there's Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13 Versus.
So we know a lot about Final Fantasy 13 in the sense of there's been a lot more details. It's set in a brand new world. They're all set in the same world.
Yes. But they're not really intertwined, apparently.
No, so separate side stories, I guess. They have a couple of things like that. But we've only seen the video for Final Fantasy 13 Versus.
Right.
It looks cool.
It looks fantastic.
But there's no fucking gameplay, which really sucks.
That's so Square Enix, man. Like, they love doing that shit. They're just like, oh, you want to know about the game? Here's a 10-minute movie that has absolutely nothing to do with the gameplay because we know you're going to buy it anyway. We know it.
You're going to buy it.
I'm going to buy it. But, so I guess the kind of old school, maybe possibly turn-based, maybe Final Fantasy 12 sort of thing is in Final Fantasy 13.
Maybe.
And Versus is supposed to be more action-y.
Yeah, they said it's going to be like action RPG style game, but apparently they're going to try to follow a similar mechanism to Kingdom Hearts as far as the battle mechanics.
Which Kingdom Hearts was actually very similar to Crisis Core.
With their 4 slots and you're switching. Okay, yeah.
So I would actually... This is looking like it's possible that I might like Versus better than the central game.
Do you think the central game will be turn-based, or will it be like action turn-based, kind of like
I have no idea. I bet it's going to be a whole new system of combat. Because that's just how they roll. But
Crisis Core was so good, and 12 was okay.
But that's what Square Enix does, right? They're like, we're rewriting the book on... seriously, they did that weird arcing shit for Final Fantasy 12.
Well, the AI, that was their thing, right?
Yeah. Nobody else picked it up. Nobody liked that idea. Nobody really...
Did anybody else do the one where you have the big map of skills where you're...
Nobody
it looked like a periodic table of elements. You're like going, okay, I want silver next.
Yeah, that's right. I want unsteinium. Yeah.
Unobtainium.
The plutonium fucking Firaga
summon. But
Square Enix kind of gets off in the tall grass sometimes. They're kind of like a grad student. They're like, I have determined the perfect pencil, and they're like, but it weighs 800 pounds.
Yeah.
No one's going to use that. They're like, but it's perfect in every way.
I can just imagine a lot of these like egghead RPG game mechanic designers in these lab coats going like, oh, I wonder how this should be.
It's excellent. All you have to do is read this 100-page manual, memorize this map of skills, fine-tune your 17 AIs.
Get 20,000 combinations of materia to get the one golden materia.
Yep. But, so Crisis Core gives me hope because that game was fucking perfect in terms of action RPGs.
At the very least, like you said, you'll like one of them.
I will like one of them.
You'll like one of them. So
we don't honestly know that much of the difference because Square Enix won't tell us anything.
Is it still this year?
It still says release date question mark?
Question mark. Maybe this year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We don't know.
Next up, Mario again.
Mario 54671.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Mario 54671. Now I'm not sure if I'm able to say this because it's kind of a spoiler, but have you guys heard of Rosalina being in Mario Kart Wii as a playable character? She's an unlockable character, and you will unlock her and then you play as her. Duh. Anyways, she's got like a tight jacket, tight pants. Yeah, you guys would like this stuff because you think she's really hot, but I don't really think she's that hot. She's flat-chested, really. She's got nothing there, and she has the weirdest hair. Okay, so this is Mario 54671, and yo! Wasn't that the best yo ever? God, I'm so weird.
All right then.
Okay then.
After your personal attacks on Rosalina's poor body,
the thing is, like,
just because she wears a bra that says "almost A,"
almost, not quite,
not quite,
not quite. No, it's Z because they.
Yeah, that's right. It's wrapped around.
The thing is, like, no matter all the talk we do about boobs, I'm not a huge boob person. Like a huge boob person.
Uh-huh. I like moobs.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of moobs.
Yes. Yes, especially in that picture where you're like, but no, I think Rosalina. I still think she's cute.
She's cute.
She's cute. Is it a spoiler? I think unlockable characters like, whatever.
Honestly, if you consider the unlockable characters in a game to be a spoiler, you need to calm down a little bit about the game, because honestly, like, it's not a plot element. This is just like shit you can ride around and shoot fucking red shells it with.
Pretty much, yeah.
So there's a bunch of stuff. Apparently, you can unlock the little Boo Ghost.
Okay.
You can unlock a couple other things. I'm not sure what all you can unlock, but I always play as Wario, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Really? Why Wario? Just because you like
Wario's awesome.
Yeah, I always do Toad.
Toad,
like the fast maneuverable.
Yeah, I like the Wario because you can just knock the like people bump. Like, you know what it is when I play Toad?
Yeah.
I hate the fact that like somebody can just like bump into me and I go spinning off the race. It drives me crazy.
Huh?
Because like I drive my Mustang. It's like, go away, fuckers.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the thing that kind of bothers me is the fact that Nintendo spent so much time adding all of this cool history and unlockable shit to Smash Brothers, which isn't my style of game. Like, I don't like that much. I would play Mario Kart Wii a lot more. I wish they kind of added that sort of element to it, where each race you would unlock something cool, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because the only thing that they ever let you unlock in these games is more characters and more cars.
More maps too, don't they? Or not?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. You can't get to the later maps. Yeah. I mean, it's not anything special. It's not really.
They don't. It always seems like almost like a B series, not B, like between B and A. Like Smash Bros. Is an A series for them. Mario is an A series. But Mario Kart, it's not quite Diddy Kong Racing, but it's not Super Mario, right?
I don't know. I think of Mario Kart as an A, because I mean, really? I think that's like the most fun racing.
But they don't. I don't think they treat it. They treat it like an A title. They don't give it all the extra stuff.
That's true.
They always have the same characters. They always have maps that recycle from previous ones.
Yeah, I mean, they don't mess with it. They don't mess with it. They just,
they don't fuck with it much. It's like, let's add bikes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It does. They know that people are going to buy it, and they're not really that concerned about losing any mind share on that game.
Yeah, it's too bad. They're not going to, because you're going to buy it. I'm going to play it for about a week.
Yeah, I'm going to play the shit out of that. I'm going to go online. I'm going to play all these NooBToobers.
Yeah.
I can't wait, dude, when you can add in all the friends on that, and like the friend matches.
The thing is, all the UK NooBToobers are going to have a week on you, or 2 weeks on you.
Oh, that's true.
But there's no snaking.
Yeah,
they'll learn all the maps.
That's true. And actually, they've apparently changed a lot of the mechanics. Like the sliding, you don't have to like wiggle back and forth and stuff.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of stuff.
There's still 2 levels, like blue and whatever. Okay, that's good then. Cool. I'm excited for the game. Next up, Kenyo.
Kenyo.
How much time we got, anyways?
8 minutes.
Hey, this is Kenyo from the forums. I was wondering, for Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, do you think that they're going to charge for the new map pack on the PC like they are for the Xbox and PS3? Yow.
So what is this game?
Call of Duty?
Have you played it?
Yeah, well, a little bit.
A little bit. Is it good?
I just got my fucking second prestige.
Holy
over the
shit,
weekend.
are you serious?
Second prestige. I'm now level 10 again.
Oh my god, so you have to like wrap all around the levels
each time.
So you got like
get
two
10.
little...
No, you get a different color. Mine's like black pearl now with a little gold star around.
Nice. God, that's hardcore.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. I was playing with Locke, HP, Sunflower, a bunch of people. And I'm like, should I do it, man? Should I do it? And all of a sudden, all they're seeing is just a screen with my name on it with 55. And I'm like, ooh, and then I did it, and it's fucking 1. And
it goes, bing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. But it's cool because I love unlocking shit and just doing all that stuff. But
that's cool.
It's a really great game. The new maps are pretty good. I don't know if they're worth $10, but they're fun.
Yeah. So the question is, do you think you're going to charge for them on PC?
Why wouldn't they?
Let me put it this way. Would people pay for them?
Yes.
Then they're going to charge for them.
And I don't think it's unprecedented because you had stuff like all of the Oblivion stuff on the 360.
Right.
So they had the horse armor. I even think they sold that stupid-ass shit for the PC.
Did that sell well? Do we know? Because seriously, what the fuck?
Apparently, Activision was very happy with Oblivion sales of DLC.
Damn,
they didn't specifically call out the horse armor because they sold like huge missions for like $5, which was fine.
But that got so much grief on the net. People like, are you serious?
People bought it. People will buy stupid shit if you put it in front of them and you make it easy for them to buy it.
We need to get into the DLC business. We got to do like, what we got to do is we got to do like little
gamer tags.
The gamer tags on Xbox, where it's just like, would you pay $2 for a picture of Tobin and Yuzo as your gamer tag? Apparently, a lot of people would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay for a picture of me.
No. I'd pay a picture of a box of wine, though. Nice.
Actually, I totally would.
Or chainsaw on a stick.
Yes, chainsaw on a stick.
Yeah, we can have a whole gamer pack.
Fuck us. We don't. Not our faces. Just put like
just random
all the NooBTooB shit. Getting like fucking box of wine, all that stuff. Gunt.
A
little gunt one. Where it's just it'd be cool as if it's like a box and hanging out of it Like they actually let you draw it with like a little gun hanging out of the gamer. Oh god, that'd be brilliant.
Dude, people will buy it.
I would buy a little
80
gun
Microsoft points.
Gamer tag.
Absolutely. All right, I think we got time for one more.
One more. Okay, GTA Miami.
Hey guys, this is GTA Miami from the forums. I don't go on too much, but I watch your show every week. And I had an interesting question that came up to me the other day. And I just wanted to know if you or Yuzo, Tobin or Yuzo, have ever gotten in a fight or anything like that. I'd like this to be featured on the show. That'd make me happy. Yow.
What? You pissed me off a couple of times.
We've never fought.
I don't think so. Wait, no, yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
I fucking punched your ass the other time.
Oh, this is our first fight. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. This is why we don't fight.
This is why we don't fight.
We disagree very strongly.
You know what? Remember episode 70? We had to refilm the whole thing.
Oh shit!
We had that huge fist fight in the middle of it. Like
I got your knife.
You got the knife. I broke that wine glass over your head.
I know. And then we healed miraculously.
That's right. We had to refilm the whole thing.
Was that 75?
It was 70. I don't
70.
remember.
I think it was 70.
You know what it was? It was that time that I wouldn't stop talking about your mom, and you finally just like stabbed me in the jaw with the wine glass.
Then I talked about Adrian, and then that was it.
Oh, it was
over.
It was just on. I threw everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it for the show, folks. Next week will be better. We got all sorts of real games coming out.
We have one, actually.
Well,
Okami.
Okay. Maybe two. Maybe Jack Keane. Maybe
Jack Keane. We'll see. So
we
do apologize if the content was whatever, but we put out a show every week without fail.
That's right.
So, all right, that's our show for the week. Please check out our website at NooBTooB.com and click on the forum tabs at the top of the page.
That's right. If you're watching this show on YouTube, there's a subscription button right over here. We would love for you to touch it. Things that I would like you to touch as well include my junk.
Yes.
Also rate this video with 5 stars by rubbing me right here. That's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozai.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range. I do ass to mouth strunk.
That's not right.
That's not right. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
We're out.
See y'all.
Because we got a brand new technique for getting lots of nitrogen in your mulch.
That's right, Farmer Tobin. We have mulching, which allows us to make greater...
You want? I got that line still.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Since there's no good games.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Again. I was just going.
All right. Okay. Hello and welcome back to...
You got the giggles now.
All right.